I love what's going on with the energy lately. Spirit's guiding me to do different kinds of readings, and I'm here for it. So we are going to do a reading today on then, now, and future. So what's coming ahead? What's your journey like? Where are you on your path, and where are you going next? And I decided to do this as a pick of card. So I have 3 different cards here on the table, and I'm going to show you that in a second. But I do want to say that for my pick of cards, you can always watch more than one. You can watch all 3. You can watch them in different orders. You can watch just 2. Whatever you feel guided and called to do, that's what you should do. Okay, so I'm going to show you the picture because I pulled them already. I didn't see what the cards are. We're going to shuffle out more and get more cards, but there's something really powerful I'm feeling about this reading. Okay, so I'm going to show you the cards and then I'll see you in your groups. Group 1, those of you who chose Citrine. The card that's face down on the table, and I haven't seen it yet, represents your present energy. So I'm going to get the rest of the cards out before we begin. Let's see the energy for then, the past. Well, actually, let's keep them all face down, and then we'll turn it over together. And a card for the upcoming energies for the future. I'm going to get a couple tarot cards too. Let's see. For then, for group 1, for then. So, this card wants to come through, but it feels like it needs to be off to the side, so I'll go ahead and do that. I'm hearing the word clerical, a clerical error. I don't know, maybe that's a specific message for someone. Be mindful of that. It feels like maybe this error might help you in some way. Okay. And one last card for each spirit. There's a lot of pressure I'm feeling. Maybe pressure you're putting on yourself or somebody's putting pressure on you. I'm also hearing barometric pressure. Maybe there's something about the atmosphere or the weather that's impacting you quite a bit. Okay, let's see this card that's off to the side. We have the 8 of Wands, the pressure, a lot of energy moving towards you. But it feels more like you're anticipating it. Which way is this going to turn out? Which way is this going to be spun? Which way can I spin the energy? A clerical error. See how he's looking at a book here? It's open. There's something open for you to see. Some kind of detail, and it's going to make a difference what you see. Now, clerical error could be more of a it might be literal for someone, but it could also be taken as like there was a miscommunication in general. Okay, so let's see then the past, what has happened. Risk. Why do I feel like I'm missing a card here? Oh, I am. No, I didn't. Weird. What's going on here? Okay, so you may feel, well, something does need a little bit extra than what you thought. Okay, let's see. Risk with the Chariot. The Shepherd, celebration family. Here's the Chariot card I didn't show you. Hardship. And the Guide. So this was the extra card that I felt like I missed. The Guide, inheritance, and correction. So maybe this is something that you can't see about your past or you haven't fully acknowledged. The way that something was guided for you. There was a correction on your path. You took a risk, You may have departed from family, or maybe you cleared some family karma or trauma that you were dealing with. You took a risk and you went for something. It wasn't easy because you could have felt like you didn't have all the resources you needed, or you didn't know where you would end up. 5 of Pentacles. You know, like, I'm on my chariot, I'm heading out. This is risky business, and I don't know if I have everything. I don't know if I have what it takes. I'm not feeling the best. This is a low time for me. But I have to shepherd myself away from something that was pulling me down. And I feel like for a lot of you, this is something about the home, or something about family life or home life. Or there was a shift in your position within a family structure. Perhaps certain family members were viewing you in a certain way, and that has since changed since you took a big risk. And for some of you, it's literally moving, but for others of you, it's getting on with things in a really brave and bold way. There's a growth spurt that you had where you really told yourself, this is my life, this is who I am, and I'm not going to hide it anymore, and I'm not going to take in other people's criticisms. The Chariot, combining shadow and light, you know, so you rectified and reconciled something within your shadow. And this is, and maybe you heard, like I was just about to say, the bell too, right? And then the beeping on my battery charger. It's like maybe you heard confirmation, or you're hearing confirmation now. Pay attention to that. Bells and noises like that after you say something or think something. It's confirmation. But perhaps you didn't fully see the ways in which you were being guided into a new timeline or a new situation, a new energy field. A course correction happened in the past for you. Inheritance. There's something that has unblocked for you. Clerical error. Oh, interesting. Maybe like on a spiritual sense, like metaphorically, you were in some kind of karmic contract, but there was a clerical error in the karmic contract, and it's since been corrected. There's a correction. Hey, Group 1 is not supposed to be dealing with this, or enough's enough, or they've elevated. It's time to change. Okay, so this was very guided, whatever happened in the past. And I see a lot of bravery here from you. But there's still some feeling of pressure. Okay, so let's see. Maybe there's a pressure to maintain that resilience that you had in the past. There could have even been a little bit of a fight or flight kind of feeling. And maybe you are still kind of dealing with those feelings. You're in a totally new space, and you can relax. Even if there's challenges in front of you, it's not like it was in the past. Okay, let's see the present. Distance. You've gone a great distance, the Chariot. But the way this card is looking on the table, the Crow is facing the future card. So it could feel like you have quite a way to go still. You're not exactly where you thought you'd be, or it feels like your dreams, your manifestations, what you envisioned for yourself is still far way away. But Spirit wants to tell you, and I want to tell you too, that you have come a long way. You have gone the distance with yourself, with your growth, with your resilience, with your strength, with your hard work. You've really gone the distance for yourself. And this stone here, citrine, is all about abundance, wealth. It can be about a manifestation coming in for you. It's also mental focus, clarity of mind. It's a very positive stone that relates to the sacral chakra, creativity. Okay, so let's see more about the present. King of Swords, Patron. Why am I patron? Okay, patron. I don't know. Maybe Tron is important for you, or maybe someone has an accent of some sort here, other than myself. Okay, mentorship, finances, courage, Queen of Wands, and the Assassin, ruthlessness and conviction. Oh, that was the extra card that wanted to come through. So the past, we have the guide as the thing that we thought we were missing. In the past, maybe you felt like you weren't being guided, or you needed to guide yourself out of something, which you did. And now there's this pressure, there's this feeling of a hidden assassin, that there's something that is going to take what you've worked so hard for away from you. There could be an energy around you that is ruthless, okay? And you're trying to create distance with that energy. This could even be mentally, okay? Maybe you're feeling telepathic vibes, or maybe you're feeling some energy connection, King of Swords, and you have to stay strong in your mind. This could also be the courage to keep going with a plan that you have, to be honest with yourself about where you are with your finances, where you are with your growth and development in your life. Some of you need to cancel a membership somewhere. Okay, like this is it's too expensive. I'm hearing $24.99. I don't know. Okay, I don't know what that's about, but it's too expensive. But it's more about the energy exchange. You're not getting value for it. That's very specific. Okay. Maybe it's on Patreon. I don't know, the patron. I mean, you do you, right? If you feel like you're getting a lot of bang for your buck, then keep at it. But but it's more of a metaphor, right? It's like energy exchange. There's somewhere in your life where you're giving some energy to, but you're not really getting anything back. Okay, and so you need to sever that tie. You can think for yourself is what I'm hearing. So there's a lot going on here. And I know we just had a collective message about this, but it warrants repeating because I'm feeling it here, especially with the citrine. You're safe. But there's this fear of the assassin, of like getting taken down at any moment, or things shifting backwards, or feeling lost and like you don't know where you're going to go. You're going to figure it out. If that happens, which I'm not seeing, we're going to look at the future, but I'm not seeing it now. This is that kind of pressure. But even if it did happen, you will figure it out. King of Swords. You're going to take charge in any kind of obstacle that comes across your path. You're not going to let it bulldoze you. Okay, so let's see the future. Self-interest. Ace of Cups. The Herald, small regrets and longing. With Ace of Pentacles, opportunity. And the Catalyst, radical changes and taking control. Exactly, you're going to take control. You're in charge. You're not going to let anything sideline you, get in your way. So don't worry about it. I mean, it's going to suck if that happens. And there might be a little bit of a challenge here coming up, but you know what to do. And oftentimes those kinds of challenges, or these kinds of challenges, the ones I'm feeling here, are the ones that make us grow, the catalyst. They create a radical change, a shift, even in our perspective. Like, oh, I thought that was a setback, but actually it got me to think about this in a different way. And now I see how I can progress even further because I was forced to relocate. I was forced to think different. I was forced to be creative. I was forced to see the truth, whatever it is, it's going to continue your opportunities and your growth. It's going to elevate you. But there is some kind of longing or regret you have here in the future about things not flowing. But the friction, again, is exactly what you need. For prosperity. Maybe you would have gotten too complacent if everything was just flowing. It's like something is keeping you sharp. Okay, these small challenges, these small hurdles, it's almost exciting. Well, it is exciting for your energy. I'm seeing somebody on like a raft in a lazy river, just floating along like, yeah, this is nice. I'm chilling. Everything's going smoothly. The sun is hot. The day is long. This is great. But you don't know that you're heading towards a massive waterfall because you're just so complacent. You're just chilling, right? Nothing's bothering you. You're just busy looking at the sky. And we all want to feel like that, but we also want to be aware of what's up ahead. And so Spirit's giving you these little rapids here and there while you're on your floaty device, and that's for you to stay sharp and say, oh, wait, there's a fork in the river coming up. Maybe I want to go this direction instead. And that moment of awareness where there is an opportunity for change or a fork in the road takes you further away from that waterfall that you would have tumbled over. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not that there's like any kind of thing to be worried about, not at all, but Spirit is saying that the little blips and the little challenges that happen, and maybe they feel big to you, are actually to keep you on your toes in a way where you stay conscious about making the choices that align with you. You're in control. You get to make the decisions and the choices, not anybody else. So whatever happens in the next little while, let's see if I can get more information out. Is what's going to happen? Slowing down. Oh, that's perfect. So you're flowing along on this lazy river and you're like, oh, this is great. But then all of a sudden it comes to a standstill. Maybe the sun's like getting real hot and you're like, oh, why did this stop flowing? I was in motion. Things were going. Now like the distance, right? Now, like I have to keep going down this river, but it's so far. But there's a waterfall. So of course, Spirit's slowing you down. Okay, but this card is saying panic. What are you panicking about? And this is the Eight of Wands in reverse. What are you panicking about? New love, Ace of Cups. Oh, that's that small regret and the longing over here. Do you miss someone? Are you hoping for new love and feeling like you're not getting anywhere? Ace of Cups can also be about creativity, new love for a project. Teapots might be very significant, and watering cans I'm also seeing, the color green. Well, there's the fork in the road, right? The new love is on that path that you need to see, and you need those rapids to slow you down, or you need the water to just chill out a little bit and not be flowing so fast. Take whichever visual resonates with you, in order for you to go down this path of new love, because that's where the opportunity is. It's a radical change. Okay? So this is the course correction. You've already had one in the past, and you did it. It was guided definitely by Spirit, but you made some very risky decisions here that paid off. They did pay off. They got you that floaty device in the first place. That big donut. I don't know, it's such a visual I'm saying. Okay? They really worked for you. So here's another course correction. But this course correction isn't coming with a wave of urgency. It's more of a wave of like, uh-oh, wait a second. Everything was going well and now something's just an obstacle. I'm worried. What if I miss something? And Spirit's saying, take control and really look at what's available to you. Look, do some more research. Think wider, broader about your opportunities and your possibilities. Don't be complacent. Don't just keep floating down that lazy river. Okay? So that's the message I have for you, Group 1. I hope that helped. I love you so much. Group 2, those of you who chose the magic wand, or the stick, if you want to see it that way. But you saw it as a magic wand, right? Because that's what it is. So there's something that you're going to see from a different perspective. There's a possibility right in front of you that other people may not see. You are very good at recognizing opportunities. Okay, some things require faith, trust, imagination, and intuition in order to receive them. And this is why some people around you have not received them or can't receive them, is because they don't have those things that you do. Okay, or maybe it's just people in general, the majority of people. Although I do believe that the majority of people are intuitive, are magical, are manifestors, are creative, but they suppress it. But you, my friend, whoever you are that I'm connecting with, can immediately see the opportunity that presents itself. Even if the opportunity is something that others would say, whoa, 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 I don't know about that. You go for it anyway, or there will be a chance for that to happen. It feels even like there's something a little bit, and it's interesting because Group 1 had a card about risk, but it feels like there's something even a little risque about something that's going to present itself to you or already has. But you see the possibility in it. You know that this is part of a larger manifestation for you. There's a lot of information coming through without any cards yet, either. Ethan. Okay. So you might get some downloads or just begin to know things. Claircognizance. Okay, so let's get the rest of your cards out before I turn this over and see what it is, the card that you chose. Let's see then, the past. I'm going to put them all face down. We'll turn them over together then. And what's coming up in the future. Let's get some tarot too. Then. And now. I'm hearing, and now we wait. And now we wait. So you've set some intentions already. You've done something already. Very consciously. You've asked for something, you've put energy out into the universe, and now we wait. Okay? Let's see. For Group 2, Spirit. The Magician. Wow. The Magic Wand, the Magician. All right. Let's see for the present. I feel like the now that we're talking about is, or sorry, the then that we're talking about is recent. Because I just said that you already put the energy out there, you already manifested, and then the Magician shows up as the past, as the then. Okay, so let's see. Then, in the past. Routine. And then the Magician card. With the Merchant, self-worth and trade. Libra energy coming through strongly there. And the Hermit, isolation. Oh, well, you said enough's enough with something. You manifested yourself out of something that felt really dead end. Like the way it came out was almost dead and, not dead end. Maybe something was dead end gone. You decided that you were not going to trade your self-worth for something that kept you in isolation. something that felt dismissive. A situation, a job, a relationship, a place you were frequenting regularly, maybe your home. I don't know. There was some kind of dismissive energy here. And you said, I'm not trading my self-worth for this. I'm not going to put up with this and make this my routine for the rest of my life. Or maybe it was routine yourself that you decided to change. And you did something here. Maybe you did a ritual. Maybe you prayed. Maybe you put the wheels in motion. But you manifested a change for yourself. You saw the possibility for a new life where others maybe could not see that possibility for you or even for themselves. So let's see where you are now. Community. Well, you went from isolation to community. You know what you're doing. And if you're like, I don't have community, yes, you do. This could be in a spiritual sense. It could even be with animals, but there's a lot more comforting energy around you than there was in the past. But I feel like now you're finding yourself in control, in a place where you belong, or that's happening real soon. The Emperor in reverse. Okay, let's keep going. The Patron, mentorship and finances, and Four of Cups. Oh, okay, I see. So you are in control, but maybe you're not fully aware of that. Don't forget what you did in the past and how powerful you were and how you switched things up for yourself, because you can do that again. Right now, there's something you're dealing with in a group of people or in a community situation, whether that's at work or a collective of some sort, could even be family, friends, where there's some rigid energy. Someone's domineering here. They may not be paying you enough, or they're not honoring you enough, not giving you the respect you deserve. They're taking you for granted. Now, you are in control. You are the magician, and you have the magician's wand. So what are you going to do about this? This is a rather quick reading, I feel. Let's see. Well, because you can change this quickly. You don't have to put up with this. And some of you are starting to retreat from caring at all. Like, you're really stepping back. I don't know what this is about. It's probably a metaphor, but I'm hearing I'm not paying my union dues. It's like, I'm not going to pay for this. I'm not going to be involved with this. There's something that's been contaminated here too. Let me get a little bit further. What's happening here? Well, there's something that's... We manifested ourselves out of isolation, not trading our self-worth. And then we find ourselves in this other kind of situation that isn't very rewarding or feels like there's some kind of energy running through it that is trying to dominate you or others. What is that? Three of Cups. Yeah, it's other people, but the Hangman. Well, it's like kind of cliquey energy. There's like a clique. You know, it's our way or the highway. You're on the outs, buddy. So why did you manifest yourself into this situation? And you did, but it's for a reason. But why? Eight of Cups. You need that extra push. That one last, oh, maybe I'll give this another go. You need a little bit of an extra push. Eight of Cups to the Star. It's like you really needed to see something. Maybe you were seeking some closure. Well, you're seeing it up close now. It could even be corruption that you're witnessing. You could have also kept going with something just for you to be the one to walk out the door. It's almost like Well, that's not the right analogy. I was going to say it's almost like quitting before you get fired, but these people are not going to fire you, even if this isn't a relationship or whatever. Just use it as a metaphor, because they're just, this is an energy that uses almost. Okay? Yeah. So it's not like they're going to get rid of you, but it's almost like you're going to show them up, or you're showing them up now, like, hey, I don't need you. I can walk away at any time. You flip the dynamic here. Okay, so somebody who had some kind of control in your life, as you saw it, you've now turned the tables, and you did this intentionally. It's like you wanted to show somebody. And if this doesn't resonate with you, check out another group. This message is pretty specific. But you are going to walk away. You manifested this situation how do you feel about it? 5 Pentacles. As hard as it is, right? And it's not that great. You feel like, I'm not making the money I wanted. I've been left out in the cold. I'm being rejected. Someone's ignoring me. I'm not feeling well. I'm overworked, whatever, You put yourself in this situation because you really had to see something or prove something to yourself, or really be the one to walk away. There could have been a sense of like, I need safety before I leave this behind, but that's not really what your soul was doing. What your soul was doing was, I'm going to actually like show up and prove to myself that I don't actually need these people or this situation at all. So you didn't run away from something because you were dealing with difficult people or because you were rejected. You stayed the course and disengaged from it to move towards your destiny, and everybody is witnessing that. Okay. Oh, I feel like sneezing here. Sorry. Okay, it's passed. It's passed. It's passed. Okay. Something is going to pass. Okay. So let's see. The future. Where are you going next? The Star. Perspective. Betrayal with the 7 of Swords. The forgotten, missed opportunities, fear of failure. And the 4 of Pentacles. Well, there's 2 things that I'm seeing here, and the choice is yours because the future has not yet happened. But the first thing I'm seeing is that you are going to have a new perspective on what went on here, and you're going to see the betrayal for what it was and what you've been holding on to. There's a healing that's going to happen around the experience of being rejected or being disregarded or disrespected. You're going to begin to see that this is not really about you and your self-worth and what you have to offer or what you don't. Are you good enough? Are you not good enough? It's not about that at all. It's about somebody needing control and needing the people around them to continue to prop them up as the person in control. And even if you weren't directly threatening their authority, you did. Okay? Even if you didn't mean to, you did. Something about your uniqueness, but also your ability to manifest was felt and known by whoever was seeking to stay at the top or in control of the situation, the relationship, the dynamic, the workplace, whatever it is. Okay? It could be a collective of people too. People come, people go. The ones who go need to go. Okay? There's something that they couldn't control about you. So they kept you at a distance because of that. Okay? So you're going to have that awareness, or you should have that awareness in the future. Now, the other thing I see is you let this get the best of you. You let this situation and what it's caused in your life, the setbacks, perceived setbacks, or the whole animosity around the situation really drag you down into the future. Drag you down in the future. Where you get stuck thinking about betrayal and deception and how you missed an opportunity, and if only you did this and only if you did that, then you could have had that, and you kind of get stuck here. So the choice is yours. You have the magic wand. Which road are you going to take? So let's get some guidance for you. Let's get some guidance. Survival, wrath, and exposed. You know, I feel like it's really important, and I think you know this, but sometimes we need to be reminded of this. We're often harder on ourselves than other people are on us. And what I mean by that in this context is that, yes, people have been unusually strange or cruel or keeping a distance from you, but it's not that they're thinking negatively about you. They're not saying, oh, group 2, you know, they can't roll with us, or they can't be this, or they can't do this because I don't like them. It's not really that. It's more of you unsettle someone. You just unsettle them, your potential. And maybe you've dealt with this throughout your life with friends or in relationships or wherever. People are just unsettled because there's something about you that can't be controlled, and that worries those who seek control. And what unsettles them about you is that you expose some kind of anger, their own animosity that they have, their own lack mindset, survival. They're operating in survival mode, you know? There's the lack of share and care because they feel like they don't have enough. Okay, so you've exposed their own dark side to them, or you have the potential to, and they sense that. And this is why you're on the outs with it, with them. Because they don't want to face that, or they don't want their position to be taken away. You have control. Now, do you want to stay in this community, in this place, whatever this is? Do you want to stay in it? Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Well, you do see an opportunity for yourself there. Things need to be rebalanced in a major way. I feel like this might be a little bit of a sunken cost fallacy situation where you've put a lot of time, energy, and effort into something, and so that you don't want to give it up because of all the time you've given something or all the money you've given towards something. But it's not going to get better just because you decide to stay. You have to look at what's going on now and what it's taking you away from, because the Star is here, but only after the Eight of Cups, only after you walk away from something. And there's a lot of hidden conflict here in this situation, whatever this is, behind the scenes. You are more flexible than others. You have more opportunity than others. Okay, so how do we help, or how do we ensure that we don't end up stuck ruminating on this or letting it get the best of us? Like, how do we go there? What's the path? Ooh, there's a lot coming through. A whole bunch just fell out. Okay, first card I see is the Seven of Wands, standing your ground. Hey, you're not going to push me around. If I'm going to take a leap of faith, like the fool off this cliff, I'm going to be the one to decide, not you. Okay? So this is you standing your ground, owning it. Okay? And you are very powerful. So know that the Hermit and Justice, the Three of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, you've already won. You're already way more successful than somebody else or a group of people. The Empress, oh my goodness, the Hermit, Justice, Three of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and the Empress, you've done a lot of inner work around something. You're working real hard on fighting your demons and understanding your insecurities and the places that you need to grow. And you're not scared. This person or these people's so-called authority over you is an illusion. And you know it. It's harsh, but I'm tempted, well, like I feel it, that I want to say it's a joke, actually. It's a joke. It's like, are you kidding me? No way. So you've been working really hard to rebalance yourself. Okay? And I see that you've worked really hard in the past. It could be to gain approval, but I'm hearing benchmark. It's like to meet a certain standard of yours. You know, you want something to work. You cared about it. You were working on it really hard. I don't know, something funky happened because people saw your power with the Magician. Okay, and so now you're having to rework something. Take a new direction here. And look, it's super successful. The Empress, you get to be creative, you get to be abundant, you get to decide what you want to do. You're not stuck in a routine over here. Routine in a relationship, routine at a workplace, routine in your thinking, like you've broken a habit. This is a big win for you. So Spirit really wants you, if you feel like this is going to bother me forever, I can see how it might with the future here. I mean, the Seven of Swords, perspective, the Forgotten, Four of Pentacles, that's tough energy. But if you can go within and say, you know what, I'm not going to let this get the best of me. I'm going to get justice for myself, rework what it is that I can achieve and that I want to do and who I am, and prove to myself, be devoted to myself above all else. Not this person, not this place, but myself. Then you will feel extremely successful, because you will be. And you'll see how much of your own future you can create. And that it's not determined on someone else's authority. Okay, so that was a very specific reading, but that's what I have for you. I hope that helped. I love you so much. Group 3, I'm just shuffling the cards for you, but I'm getting some messages already. I was hearing top 10, top 3, like there's something you've achieved. You're in the rankings for something. Maybe this is spiritually. I don't know. The Alchemist, balance, invention, and destruction. Top 10 alchemist. So there's a certain level that you're at, that you've reached, and it's being noticed. This could be literal or maybe more energetic. But let's get into your charms here that you chose. I'm not going to look at the card just yet, but the charms we have are the Moon. Always the Moon. Interesting. And I'm taking this as a crescent moon, so it's not a full moon. So always a crescent moon. So there's always something maybe feeling like it's hidden, or always something that's in the dark, in the shadow, or unspoken, or maybe a secret. But I want to say to you, Group 3, that while that might feel like it's not the most ideal situation for some of you, others of you don't mind, but there's some, like I'm seeing someone draw a crescent moon, because when we draw the moon, we always draw a crescent moon. That's how we understand the moon, when we draw it. Okay, what is this? Hold on, give me a second. There's a message in here. there's something about the unknown path or the unknown information or whatever the dark part of the moon represents here that is necessary to remain in that darkened space, at least for now. Oh, I'm seeing Scorpio too. I didn't see that before. Passionate. It's very scorpionic, these vibes. Okay, it's very 8th house. And that's the truth too in our birth chart, right? The 12th house, the 8th house. There's always aspects of ourself and of our life and of our path that are hidden from us. It's part of it. And it's how we actually come to understand something. Like whenever we approach something, we have a deep understanding that we don't see everything, that we don't know everything. And that perspective keeps us on point. It keeps us on track. I'm not sure why it's coming through this way, but we'll see what we get. We got this die here with 1. It's triangle. Water element coming through very strongly. A peacock. There could be a masculine energy in your life. It doesn't have to be gender specific. That is very prominent or wants to be seen. We also have this dinosaur. Something old, something ancient. What's going on with the moon here? There's something about the moon energy that's really coming through. I'm seeing Saturn as well. Always something hidden. But then the peacock is like such a show off, right? They're showing all of their feathers. There's something almost, I'm hearing pot calling the kettle black. Something a little hypocritical maybe that you're encountering. And then we have this star. Okay. Mysterious. I like it too. Like I like the energy, even though it sounds difficult, even though it sounds kind of like, I don't know about this. It feels right. It feels like whatever the circumstance is or whatever's going on here is right for the time. Like this, it's supposed to be as it is right now. Okay. And then as I'm saying that, I'm seeing the North Node. Yes, it's on point. This is the path, okay, and you're on it. There's also, even though I said masculine with the peacock, there's also a very strong feminine energy here. It's even like a darker feminine energy, like Persephone or Isis or Hecate or, like it's that vibe. The unknown feminine energy, right? The void space, the creative space, the space that's in touch with different energetic forces and knows how to work with them, the alchemist. Okay, so let's see, Saturn is really coming through too. You may be wearing a lot of black. I decided to today, a lot of black, gray, or you may come across those colors. Gold as well. Okay, let's get into this is a kind of interesting reading. Let's get into it and see what comes through for you. I'm going to turn the card over that you chose. I haven't seen it when we get to the present energy, but let's start with the past. The past. What is it about the past? There's a lot of things that's happened. Okay, Spirit, let's focus in here on what's most important for group 3 to hear about the past. You selected something. You made an important selection between things in the past. I mean, that's pretty broad, but it's what I was getting. But maybe you don't see it that way, that it was actually a selection. Like you had multiple things available to you and you selected something. There might be people around you who tell you to calm down or are very critical about how you manage your energy. It's kind of like a judgmental energy, maybe about how you look or how you talk or what you have time for, what you don't. Like somebody has something to say about those things. They're trying to figure out more about you, actually. It may seem like they're trying to tell you who you are and who you can be and who you shouldn't be, but they're actually not sure. Those judgments are veiled questions. Like they're really asking you to explain yourself more so that they can understand you. So somebody's critical of you, and this isn't in all cases, this is just now what I'm picking up on. If somebody has something to say to you, it's critical, or they make a misjudgment about you, or they misrepresent you or something like that, they're actually, what's going on is they're like, who is group 3? Like, what's going on here? I don't know them. There's something they're trying to discover, that dark side of the moon part, right? They're trying to discover what's there, but they can't. It has to remain hidden from them. Okay, whoa, what is this all about? Who are you? Who are you? Group 3. Okay, let's see the past. Displacement, number 13. Who are these energies that I'm feeling? I mean, look at all these crows. Someone's chilling in their car. They're fine, you know, like this is where I'm parking, this is where I'm hanging out, this is, you know, and then they have to get up and move because of all these crows and what they did. Two of Swords in reverse, indecision, truth revealed, falsehood. So some truth displaced you as you felt it. But there was still some heavy indecision because of the dark side of something, like you didn't understand or you didn't see. Scorpio, secrets. Okay. 10 of Wands. This 10 of Wands always reminds me of the Magician card. Okay, and the Botanist, parenthood and legacy. Displacement. Yeah, and that feeling of that judgmental, critical energy was coming through kind of like a nagging, overbearing parental kind of figure. Now, it doesn't have to be that. It could be someone who's just embodying that energy. For some of you, there's a few things coming through. So if the first thing I say doesn't resonate with you, the second thing could, or the third thing, okay? The first thing I'm seeing is that some of you are parents, okay? And you had to make a very heavy and hard choice. And that required some kind of displacement for you or for your children, or in some situation, family situation got chaotic. And you had to make some kind of choice between a rock and a hard place. Okay? There could have been a feeling of no hope. The second thing I'm seeing is that you felt somebody was driving you out of a relationship, of a workplace, of a situation. They were driving you out, okay? They were intentionally pushing you out in some way. You sat on the fence with what to do for a while. It was a burden, it was oppressive energy. But then it's like the minute that you got inspired or strong enough to move, to take this car somewhere else, get a car wash, start fresh. It's like somebody wanted to pull you back in. That's what I'm feeling. It's a push and pull energy. Is there a third thing I'm seeing? The other thing, it's a softer energy, so it's not for a lot of you. But there's a lot of uncertainty about where to go next. It could be that you're experiencing an empty nest. It could be that you don't have children, but you're getting older and you're wondering like what's going on with you in your life and what should you do with your life. But this is in the past position, so it's something that you've been thinking about for a while, but now it's becoming more prominent in your mind. But this again goes back to the message from Spirit, like you can't know it all, right? Like that would take away the mystery of life, and it would take away your ability to create, right? If all the paths were set out for you and defined for you, then you wouldn't really be able to create your own path. So any uncertainty, turn it around as possibility for yourself. Okay, so let's see the present energy. Anticipation. 7 of Wands, conviction. Yeah, it's like someone trying to push you out. Okay, hold on. The 2 of Wands. And hiding your true self, projection, masquerade. So now there's a crossroads. You're anticipating having to stand up for yourself, having to really call on your inner reserves to persevere through a difficult situation. You could be anticipating more criticism. You definitely feel like you have to protect yourself. What's going on? Let me see. You know, I have to be honest with you, Group 3. I don't really feel like this is your true essence. I mean, if it resonates, then it resonates. But, you know, what I was picking up with the charms, this like kind of mysterious, powerful, intuitive, creator who has secrets, who holds secrets, very high priestess energy, doesn't really fit with what I'm seeing here. What I'm seeing here is somebody who's disconnected from that part of themselves that what? The Hierophant, that makes things happen the way they want them to happen, and you do. Like, you know what to do. You know what you're doing. But there's some, and this is the criticism, like somebody's criticism, somebody's words, somebody's bothersome behavior, pushing you out, all of that is an effort for you to forget or remove yourself from your own authority to decide. You get to decide what happens here. That's your true self, is the Hierophant. Someone who has divine wisdom, knowledge, someone who's a teacher, a guide, someone who holds the keys, who's grounded and makes things happen on the earthly plane. And part of the Hierophant's wisdom comes from knowing that there is always something that we can't know. And this situation has got you in a place of defensive and feeling like you need to hurry up and make a choice, or what if you make the wrong choice? That's not your true self speaking. That's fear speaking, and it might even be someone else's projection speaking. Meaning that whoever's pushed you out or criticized you, nagged you, all of these crows that I'm feeling, it's like you're carrying their energy and their worries and their fears right now about themselves, but you're applying them to you. You're fine. I'm not worried about you. Nope. I think you're well connected. Justice. You're well connected to justice, to karmic balance, to right and wrong. There's a fearlessness about you. Don't forget that. Let me see. Who is this criticizer? This one pushing you, pulling you. The devil. Naturally. Okay. It did come out in reverse, which is good. It says detachment on it. It's an energy that is like pushing you out by detaching. This isn't a very, how do I say? Be nice. Come on. Is this an earwig? Are they getting in your ear? This is not somebody that you should be giving all that time and attention to. Now, the reason why it is having an effect on you is because you're hard on yourself. And this person's criticisms and judgments speak to that part of you. I do feel like all of these readings are related. Okay? This is somebody who is desperate to feel free. But they're not. So don't you carry around that feeling of imprisonment with you that actually belongs to them. And they're just in your ear. Shake it out, I'm hearing. Shake it out. Tell me more about this person. The devil. Let's ask specific. What and why? What are they doing and why? What are they doing? The soul, the beyond. And the in reverse it says apathy, but it came in the upright. Okay, what are they doing? The soul and why? Well, their detachment from the soul. I mean, hello, right? That's what they're trying to get you to do. That's what I'm saying, right? These charms are your soul. That's what I'm feeling. And this is not like this worry and this concern. I mean, it's valid. Don't get me wrong. It is valid. I understand it. But don't let this energy convince you that you're in a tougher spot than you are. Even if your circumstances are hard and you're pessimistic about what's going to happen, that doesn't mean that you don't have the power within you to shift and create and change things up for yourself. You do. And you do. Trust me, you do. I feel that 100%. Okay, perspective, the hangman. What and why? Because they're stuck. They're stuck. It's kind of, yeah, it's ironic. There's hypocrisy here in some way, and you may think that about this person, but they're stuck. And it's ironic because they want you, they're displacing you. They need to displace themselves is the point. They need to get unstuck from their own situation. They need to detach from their own shadow energy and reattach to their soul. Okay? Or the lighter aspects of their soul. They need to let go. And they're doing you a lot of favors by displacing you from something. From being connected to them in some way. They are doing you a lot of favors, unbeknownst to them. Or maybe they do know that, actually. I feel like there's more here I need to discuss with you. So what are you anticipating exactly? What are you anticipating? To defend yourself against what, though? Against what? Cause and effect, justice, and conflict, 5 of Wands. It could be a legal battle that you're anticipating or that you're facing, or you're anticipating a certain outcome in a legal battle. You have to take authority in this situation, the Hierophant. And if this is something legal or something professional, where there's rules, regulations, ways, stipulations, things you need to follow them with the Hierophant that came through. Don't try to any funny business here. Like, really follow things through because you are on the right side. At least that's what I feel. Are you on the right side? I think you are. The Magician. Yeah, you're on the right side. Master of skill, resourceful. And it's in the upright. So in reverse, it's manipulation, but you're upright. Okay, so you're on the right side of this. Okay. And it might be tempting for you to try to manipulate something because you are the Magician, but Spirit's asking you to channel that Hierophant energy instead, which is adhering to a certain structure or way of doing something, even if it's cosmically, like cosmic cause and effect, law, cosmic law. So you're anticipating a conflict. Okay. We haven't even looked at the future yet. I don't think you should worry, but let's see the future. Curiosity, number 11, which is justice. And then we have rut and routine, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Curiosity, rut and routine. The moon. Here we go back to the moon. And look, oh, that's so cool. See, the crescent. I think, is it supposed to be an eclipse or a crescent? I don't know. Okay. And the air, unseen potential and hesitation, the crown, the Hierophant. Curiosity about rut and routine, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Something's taking a long time. It's moving slowly, or a strategy isn't quite working. And you're curious about what could be holding something back or what's going on. Why is something taking so long? Okay, I need clarity on this. What's going on here? Curiosity. Tell me about the rut and the routine. What is this, Spirit? I see you tapping back into your soul energy here for sure with the air and the moon. It's like you own this. You own your unseen potential. You realize that you can't know something all the way here, and that's okay. There's also something untapped within you that you're going to start exploring with curiosity and investigating. And this could be you getting out of the rut and routine of constantly having to go from A to B, or feeling this push-pull dynamic, or always anticipating and worrying. It's become a routine. Like your system is always vigilant. Are you sleeping deeply these days? You know, there's some kind of constant, it's not literally looking over your shoulder, but it's like waiting for something to happen, and you're prepared to fight this conflict. 7 of Wands and then 5 of Wands. It's like, let's go. I'm ready. But that's taking you away from exploring what's hidden in the moon. So I guess I just answered what the rut and the routine is. So what do we need to know here then, Spirit? Because I don't... Well, tell me about the moon then. Tell me about the moon. 2 of Cups, King of Cups, and the Magician. Unseen potential. Love, connection. I'm hearing grace. Your manifestation. See how I said this reminds me of the magician? This is in the past, right? So this is in the past, wherever you felt displaced or pushed out, that's when the manifestation for this connection or this union with you and yourself, an aspect of yourself, or you uniting with a manifestation of yours that makes you feel emotionally stable and safe and calm. It began in the past and it's coming through now in the future. So the advice is in the present moment to recenter yourself and try to get back to that energy of working with the moon or thinking about the moon in such a way where it's a mystery and it's untapped potential and there's always something hidden and it's mysterious, rather than it being a place of fear and uncertainty and illusions and confusions. There's that devil energy is warping your relationship to the moon. And of course, the moon represents emotions. It could also represent maternal energy or feminine energy, but they're warping it. So you need to correct that for yourself and get back to a relationship with the moon, with your emotions, with the subconscious mind, with the hidden mysterious potentials of the universe. Get back to a relationship that is positive and that makes you feel secure, stable, and emotionally attuned with your own potentials and manifestations. The air. So really work with moon energy. Work with your moon sign. Think about the moon. Because it's an important part of who you are and how you connect to your future. All right, that's what I have for you. I hope that helped. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.